Hello everyone, I am Gabriel and this is the Rise Atlantis show. Today we'll be talking about dangerous sports and how to make them safer. So dangerous sports will be the topic today. And so it'll be a whole wide variety of sports. So get into the news here. Let's see here. Flat Earth Society says SpaceX Falcon Heavy launch was fake. Well, I'm not too big of a believer in flat Earth. I don't believe Earth is flat. But I do believe that the launch could have been fake for many reasons. For many reasons. And first read what they say, and then I'll have my take on it. Let's see here. They sent a car into space that was launched out from the rocket. Let's see here. What do we see? This is what the Flat Earthers said. What is their organization name? Flat Earth Society is what they call themselves. Issued the following statement. Today on Twitter, people who believe that the Earth is a globe because they saw a car in space on the internet must be the new incarnation of "it's true, I saw it on TV." It's a poor argument. Okay, that's what they said. They're not saying why they think it was fake, a hoax, and I have big information where I found that I think it is a hoax. So now the conspiracy of did Elon Musk hoax it is even going to get more flack and more people laughing at it, more ridiculement, because the flat earthers are saying it. It should have been other people, not the flat earthers. But I see really big signs that it could be a hoax, and I'll show why right now. Let's see here. And the reason why I think it's a hoax is because my hair can never get perfect. Okay. Why I think it's a hoax is because a friend of mine on Twitter pointed this out. I did not even notice it. It's very big. What you're about to see is very, very big. We'll just load. Okay. So, I think I chose the wrong one. It's this one here. Okay. So, so this person I know on Twitter said that she did a screenshot on her phone and it showed 7:48. Now the time on CNN was reading 22:16. This was yesterday. So 22:16 means 10 p.m. And CNN was showing their time 22:16. Now, her screenshot, her phone is reading 7:48 p.m. So there's a 3-hour missing gap. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now she lives in Florida. They launched the rocket in Florida. She lives like a city right next to where this is, but it's like right next to it. So there is a slight difference in the time of minutes from 16 to 48, because right here, CNN is posting 22:48. 22:16. Her time is 7:48. So there's about maybe 28 minute difference. But the weird part about it is the hours. Now she's in Florida. This happened in Florida, so there's a weird 3 missing hour period. And I'll go ahead and show you her screenshot. This is her screenshot that she posted, and this is her time right here. As you can see, I know it looks kind of blurry, but it says 7:48. Now, the one on CNN, look at the time here. 22:16. So there's a weird 3 hour gap there. What happened to that 3 hours? Now, was it a typo? If it wasn't a typo, what did they do it on purpose? Like I call it their calling card, like to make fun of everyone. As a clue they slip in. Or 3, was it a technical glitch? So it's very, very weird. Very, very weird. Now, all these pictures right here is what the car looked like when it was inside the rocket. Now, there's one of a night shot right there. And if you see this one right here, this one looks, it's inside the rocket. That's being held up on some kind of platform. Notice how weird this looks. And there's an upside down cross on it too. Now, that's the platform it was on. So it makes you ask a couple questions. Okay, well, this is in the rocket. How does it, I didn't even notice this. There's a door in the background. Now, rockets don't have doors. You see the door right there? That's the handle. Now, rockets don't have doors. I just noticed this. Oh my God, this is big. So, if this is in the rocket, how does it unhinge from right here and then drive off into space? It was not, the car was not remotely operated. It was not like remote controlled. And notice this is a key factor. And in the video, I'll show it right now. It doesn't show the car leaving the rocket. It just pans out to the next view of the car already in space. Like, come on, it needs to show the car leaving the rocket. So that could be another clue it's fake. Now this is interesting. This is big right here. Let's see if I can do a screenshot to get a better enlarged picture here. What you're about to see right there looks like a head of an alien ghost. Now if I enlarge it like this, okay, let me see something here. I'm trying to get another screenshot so I can make it even larger. There we go, I got it. Now to do a screenshot, if you haven't known, you hold this, the power button on the iPhone, and press the home button. Look what happens. So the flash, that takes a screenshot from your phone. So I got that picture. I zoomed in, and I took a screenshot so I could get even a larger picture. Now what you're about to see right here is a larger picture from the screenshot, which means I can enlarge it even more. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. You see? Now this, it looks like just something random at first. Whoa, there's even an eye inside. This is good stuff right here. Look at this. So you see what looks like a face, right? Now, it looks reversed on my screen, but I know it flips it the right way on playback. So look, notice the eye. Alien eyes usually look like this. Now look at there's lines on the forehead and the mouth, forming what could be a alien ghost head. Now, if I okay, it's already at max brightness. Okay, so when I zoom in even more, you see what looks like an eyeball there. Watch, check this out. It's gonna be hard to do, but I need to zoom in and show at the same time. Now, if you look closely, I know it's hard because of the lighting, but if you look closely, right there, you see what looks like an eyeball in the eye. Watch, let me go ahead and zoom in again. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, I just saw it right now. Where is it? The lighting. There it is. You see the eyeball? Whoa. Yo, it has an eyeball. I didn't even notice that until I zoomed in even closer right now. So, yo, I think we are seeing an alien ghost face appearing next to the Tesla car in the rocket launch. That's big stuff, man. So, that right there leads me to believe that it is a hoax. Because let me go into the YouTube video. It doesn't show the rocket leaving. I mean, it doesn't show the car leaving the rocket. Now it's 13 minutes long, but I just fast forwarded. Now you can see the video yourself. It's by the user Vigilant Angel, and it's a long version. 13 minutes 49 seconds. It's titled "Watch as Elon Musk shoots red Tesla car into space." Now, it's gonna be hard because I'm gonna have to see this from the phone while I. It's gonna be hard here. I'm gonna have to see from the camera while I'm fast forwarding. Okay, let's see if I get the timing right. Let me get the button there. Is it going? No, it's not going. Okay, it's on this side. That's complicated. Okay, let's see here. Is it going? No. I'll just, what I'm gonna have to do is kind of like, find it and pause. Let's see. So it shows it launching off first. But the next shot, right after it shows a view of a map, after it shows a view of the map, you then all of a sudden see the car pop up over the ocean. Now this right here, it just popped up. I'm not sure if you can see the waves there. You can barely see the texture in the waves. Now that right there is over the ocean. Like it's over in space still, but over the ocean. Now how did it all of a sudden just pop out of nowhere? How did it just pop out of nowhere? And all of a sudden, it didn't show it coming out of the rocket. That could be another clue it's fake, a hoax. And yo, I'm seeing weird stuff. I wish I could zoom into this. But it looks like there's a person in the background. Like, are they hoaxing it or was it a ghost? Now, if you look closely here, I got the phone like right up to the camera. Now, if you look closely, where is it? Okay, it's complicated, dude. Now, let's see, where? That is the astronaut dummy. Now, if you look over here, it appears to be some kind of ghost. I know it's so hard to see because it's blurry. Let me zoom zoom out. Hopefully, it gets a clear picture. Let's see. Where is it? I got this guy. That's the astronaut right there. This right here is like a ghost. No, this is hard to try to find it. I didn't know. Okay, that's the astronaut dummy. And this right here is, you see that right there? So that's the astronaut right there. I know it's so hard to see, but I see what looks like a ghost there in the background. Now it's a lot of weird stuff, because all of a sudden the car just popped into view when it should have showed it coming out of the rocket. And then all of a sudden you see, after that, then you see, you know, like it just popped up in there. Like, come on. They are lying to us. They hoaxed it. And you know, when it showed the rockets coming back down, after it left the boosters were coming back down after it left the rocket, maybe even that was hoax. Maybe they just rewinded the footage. So there's a lot of weird trickery going on. And it's a big science. I think that's proof that it is a hoax. So that was kind of, it took up a segment right there of the half topic of the day also. So that right there, tell everyone you know about that one. That one's a big one. And it could be a hoax, because those things right there. Bizarre mystery creature found dead on beach in Australia. And it looks like some kind of weird fish. I mean, this is like unnatural fish here. I mean, look at the face. It looks like a monster fish, you know. So let's see here. It's found by a woman walking her dog on the weekend. Sherry Simmons, her name. Now, it says in Australia. Let's see here. So that's weird. Okay, next story. I don't have that many news articles, so it's it should flow evenly into the time today. Next story, creepy statue mysteriously appears overnight in English City. And I will say it is a creepy statue. Let's see. Not just because it's wearing glasses, but it has like some kind of weird mask that robbers wear. And it's a woman though. If you look closely, it's wearing a mask. It's wearing some kind of mask. And it's a woman. And she looks like some kind of weird looking angel. And it has the V for Vendetta mask. Watch. You see that? It has the V for Vendetta mask. I wish I can show. Let me zoom in. It's holding the mask for V for Vendetta. Huh. So, this happened in the English city of Bristol. Residents woke up Tuesday morning to a rather bewildering sight as a bizarre-looking statue was inexplicably on display in front of a disused hospital. Resembles the famous Mothman. So, that's pretty weird. They don't have no sign next to it saying what it is. Weird. Next story, let's see here. MH370 search ship disappears for 3 days. So a search ship has disappeared. Um, the search ship was looking for the missing plane. Isn't that weird? So the search ship that was looking for the missing plane, the search ship ended up missing as well. So what is going on here? A lot of weird stuff. People are saying Bermuda Triangle. People are saying terrorists. I think it would be terrorism, but what's weird, the people would have sent messages on their phones if the Malaysian plane was going down. So, you know, and how did this boat disappear? So it's a lot of weird stuff. Yeah. I'm telling you, we are in the last days. Let's see here. The stuff of tyranny. Christian baker who refused to make a wedding cake scores major victory. So I don't think they should be, what's it called, discriminating people. Because it comes to that, they might try to bring back segregation as well. So it's hard to say that businesses can do things their own ways. Because God forbid they try to bring back segregation. Next story, it's a problem with the mind, not the body. Increasing number of teens identifying as transgender. You know, I can't believe a lot of children are becoming transgender now. It is just, what is going on with this world? They risk life, they risk death, how do you call it? They risk real big. Oh man, what happened? I want the lights to be visible. They risk death from going through these surgeries. And it's just insane. You know, I mean, why would they want to be laughed at, made fun of? It's just, oh my God, I don't know what's wrong with people. Former Pope Benedict says he's preparing for home. They say he's dying, but where does he die from? Okay, he's 90 years old. They're not saying what he's dying from. Was it old age, cancer? Huh. So they're not saying what he's dying from, but most likely it's that. So, Pope Benedict, he always had a weird face. Huh? Always had like a weird looking greenish face. I don't know. Next story, an Oklahoma man found guilty of hate crime in his neighbor's death. Can you believe this? An Oklahoma white man who harassed and attacked members of a Lebanese family living next door was found guilty Wednesday of first-degree murder, a hate crime, and other charges in connection with 2016 slaying of Khalid Jabara. You know, they're not terrorists, man. Just because they're Muslim does not mean they're terrorists. We need to live as one, man. Next story. Black Lives Matter activists. Got a dry throat. Black Lives Matter activists fatally shot while biking late at night in New Orleans. Most likely from a KKK, right? Let's see here, what are they saying? It's at 1:24 in the morning. City's Gravier neighborhood. They found Muhyiddin Moye on the ground bleeding about 2 blocks from University Medical Center. Okay, so okay. So let's see if I get this right. They're not saying the name of the person who was killed. They said Moya, whose February 2017 arrest video went viral after he tried to snatch a Confederate flag from a protester. Oh, okay. So they're not saying the person that killed him. They're not saying his name. This was during a live broadcast. He was running in the background to take down a Confederate flag on a statue. And just because of that, he was killed. Man, it's so sad. You know, racism, we need to really crack down on it. We need to really bring racism to a screeching halt. Look at this. Eric Holder leaves door wide open to White House run. Now, was he Republican or Democrat? Let's see here. Almost certain he was Democrat. Could be wrong though. I'm not saying what he was. Democrat or Republican. Okay, he's Republican. Remember, he was tied to the Bush Jr. Cabinet, and he was getting caught with a lot of stuff like corruption and stuff like that in the Bush administration. And he was like, I forgot what he was doing, but he was like suppressing certain documents. And it's weird because his name is Eric Holder. So he, in fact, was holding information. And, you know, I think it had to do with the weapons of mass destruction being hoax. That they were lying, say they were weapons of mass destruction when they weren't. So, and the last news article is bioluminescent waves light up Big Sur, and what a sight it is. It's lighting up beaches around the world. In Digsby Creek Bridge, let's see here. Entire scenes light up the night. See what is causing it? Something, the chemical or something. Let's see here. I heard this a while back also. This is what's causing it to glow. Once the winds pick up, the phytoplankton will be likely disappear through the waves. In the meantime, tourists and locals are in for a special treat after sunset. So they're saying phytoplankton. And where does that cause from? I think they're saying it's caused from something in the chemicals. They're not saying which chemicals cause it. See, I wish they would like say more in detail, you know. So this is let's see, what's the best picture? This is a fascinating picture right here. Now this right here is how it looks. I know it looks very blurry on the camera because the lighting is just horrible. I don't know why phones to camera does this. See if I can get a good shot. I'd say maybe there, right there. There we go. That's the most accurate. So it's fascinating. So that's the last news story of the day. And now we'll get into the talk of the day. Let's see. Now we'll get into the talk of the day, which would be dangerous sports. Did you all hear that Logan Paul is back? Famous YouTube vlogger. Now, he has a new video titled, I Almost Died in a Parachute Accident. Okay, now is the best time to mute the music. That song was very low. I'm not sure if it was able to be heard. Some songs are very low. So, Logan Paul almost died in a parachuting accident. His last video because he was trying to pull the chute and it wouldn't open. He was trying to pull the chute and it wouldn't open. So, it got tangled. And it's on video too. It got tangled. And he had to pull the spare chute open. Now, what if the spare chute tangled also? He would have died. That's why you can never trust these things. You can have 3, 4, 5 chutes, but they still won't be able to hold in a backpack. And even if they did, what if they all mess up? So never mess around with fate. Never tempt fate, man. Don't play with your life. You know, don't defy death. Don't go and do all these stupid, crazy sports. You know, I like Logan Paul. He's a good guy, even though sometimes he could be a little too extreme. So can a lot of other people. No one's perfect, you know. So I'm not judging him at all. I'm just saying I hope he stops parachuting. He said at the end of the video that he's gonna keep parachuting. I mean, I hope he learns, because sometimes, you know, I mean, the last one can be too late, you know, so it's crazy. So that's one of the main, they call that a sport. That's one of the main reasons I never recommend that. That one right there is the main sport that is the most dangerous. Bungee jumping even. Not bashing Mexico, but they say that their threads are a little thinner, and sometimes they get them from cheap material because they want to make it cheaper. So then again, you could be bungee jumping in America and the things could still mess up. So it's not perfect. Nothing is. Obviously, those are the most death-defying sports out there. Remember what happened in skiing? What happened to, was it a Kennedy died? I think it was a Kennedy from skiing, you know? And let's see if I can think of right off the bat, right off the top of my mind, dangerous sports. Because all these things that people see as hobbies are still considered a sport, even if it's one person. When people think of sport, they think it's multiple amounts of people. But it could just be one person to be titled a sport. A sport is basically anything like what you do, can it be done to make it better and better. So even driving can be a sport. That's where you get a race car driving from. So it's crazy because the most obvious ones I can think of is skydiving, bungee jumping, jet skiing even. And then normal skiing, race car driving. When you go too fast, it's usually around 100 to 130. The car starts drifting, and you can't control the wheel. And once you're at that point, the car just goes flying off. You know, you can think you're the best driver in the world. You think you can handle it the best, and they'll still get you. I've known people that have died from it, and you know, I wish everything was perfect since the beginning. In heaven, we are going to have flying cars, and they're never going to crash. We are going to have flying Pegasus, and we are never going to fall and die. I don't think we're going to have wings, but I think if we're falling, we will levitate and we'll just glide down. So there will be no falling in heaven. There'll still be gravity, but it'll be very, very light. We won't fall. We will float everywhere. I just thought we'll all float on. So, you know, I mean, heaven's going to be so amazing. I've thought of so many visions on how heaven will look, and man, it's blowing my mind. So, most dangerous sports, anything can be dangerous if it's to the extreme. Motorcycling, skateboarding, even. I mean, why do they have to go on the poles and all that? I mean, they land on their face, they could break their neck, and oh my God, so many things. You know, you don't have to do all these death-defying stunts in skateboarding just to have a good time and to make it look cool. You know, I mean, then again, it doesn't have to be too simple either, but just know the amount of how far is too far. Know the line. You gotta know the line not to cross. And it doesn't have to be death-defying to be fun, you know. So, I mean, there's so many sports out there. Now, you get baseball's relatively safe. Basketball, relatively safe. Soccer, you could get tripped, fall on your face, so that could be a dangerous one. One more. No, maybe not. Oh, excuse me, got the sniffles. All right, so that's a dangerous one, skateboarding. So you have to make sure skateboarding is done safe. Let's see here. The next one. I mean, there's so many ones I could think right off the bat. I'm having a hard time really trying to think of a lot. Like I was talking about, the main ones are like basketball, baseball. Those are relatively safe. Soccer can get dangerous because people can trip you, and they can do it on purpose. So you have to know, one, who you're playing against, and two, not run so fast in soccer. It's more pass and hit goal. It's not mainly run from one side of the field to the other. So that's a smart way to play soccer. Now there's, of course, football. It's all impact sport. It's all takedown. Rugby's worse. But, you know, football, if done right, you always have to wear a helmet. There's people that play football without a helmet because they say, oh, it's more fun, it's more cool. No, it's more dangerous. Just like riding a motorcycle without a helmet. It should be a law everywhere, in every single state, for people. They must need to wear a helmet in order to ride a motorcycle. I'm so tired of going on the freeway and you seeing these motorcycles cutting in when you're driving, and they're turning like this, and they flip over and crash and kill everyone. These people are lunatics. Now, I'm not bashing motorcyclists. I mean, motorcyclists are cool if done right. So that's one of the main ones. Let's see here. More sports besides the main obvious ones. Tennis. I mean, tennis, that's relatively safe sport. But, you know, undersea diving, deep sea diving, you know, that technology can go, it can mess up. It's not perfect. And if you run out of oxygen when you're that far underwater, you're dead. So that's another one you're playing with your life. And if you die in a sport like that, do you go to heaven? If you're playing around with your life, it's very hard to say, do you go to limbo? Because how would God feel if he sees you in heaven and you're saying, oh, but I just love to parachute. I don't care if it messed up on me many times. I mean, what would God say? You knew the risk. You're playing with your life. I mean, he may just send you to purgatory. You may not get into heaven. I'm saying this could be really serious. You don't want to be messing with your life there. People that commit suicide, I hate all these people, the radical Christians that say, oh, we're going straight to hell, and they tell their family members that. That is not the way to witness and reach out to people. You tell them they could be in purgatory because, you know, it brought sadness to your family. It brought the funeral expense. But level with them. Say they may be in purgatory, but they will work through it and go to heaven. So that's the way to reach out to victims of suicide. You don't just say, oh, they went straight to hell, and that's not what God wants us to do. God wants us to reach out to everyone, to lift and support everyone, give them positive advice and comfort. Um, but at the same time, if we have to be a little firm and tell them the truth, it's just say like this: it could be in purgatory, but they'll work through it to heaven. So that's what I recommend. Obviously, murders, unrepented murders, they're one of the worst ones that may not be forgiven. With all the with all the repentance they do, when it's too late, I mean, if it's like severe murdering, just senseless killing, and then they supposedly repent as a joke, that doesn't fly in the kingdom of heaven. Like people that kill people for Slender Man and all that. So back to dangerous sports. You know, um, you're having people do the suffocation game and stuff like that. That's dangerous. Um, and just all kinds. I wish I could think of more sports like this, like that. But basically, yeah, everything you see as when it turns to a sport, always try to see how can you make it safer than it already is right now. Um, Now we don't have to be too overprotective about it, but just do it right. You know, it doesn't have to be dangerous to be fun. So now we'll go ahead and get into a couple of EVPs, and we'll end the show off with EVPs. We got the EVPs yesterday that said, what was it? It said, uh, what's the one in Oregon? Oregon. I can't believe I forgot the name of it. Portland. It said Portland Bomb Empire. So I think that could mean it's a possible terrorist attack. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and get into a couple of electronic voice phenomenons. On this phone, the iPhone, I use the word GhostCom. On this phone, on Android, I use the word ADV, also EVP in red letters. We'll go ahead and record both at the same time. With this one, we have the phone lowered all the way because it reads it out. It says it out. So EVPs must be done in silence because it picks up the whispers and reads it out. And now we'll go ahead and hit record. Oh wow, this is the first time I have this phone at full brightness, so you're going to see how it looks even more. So we got the words on this phone that says Turviness, wick, harthed, preachers, asailent, accustomed, mixer, mittel, killer's dead, resonsnce. A lot of words. It's hard to piece all this together. So turviness means like curve. Well, turviness means like curve. Wick, maybe wicked. The wick of the candle. Hearted. The preachers. Assailant. Either to sail or assailant. Accustomed. Get used to. Mixer. What is it? Mixing. Mittel. Could it say mixer? Mixing little. Killer's dead, resonance. So what is the main thing am I saying that it's talking about here? It's like getting used to mixing of something, the killer's dead and the preacher's talking, the curviness of wicked-hearted people. So that's a lot to really sift through. This next one here, it says, let's see here. It says, check it out. So many words, gotta piece them together. Oh my God, let's see here. It says, yeah, so many words. Oh my God, let's see here. Confusing your minds after a period to everything, nerd. Yes. Something like that. I mean, oh my God. Let's see here. Confusing your minds to a period after everything, yes, nerd. Or something like that. Oh my God. So what does it say that I think it's saying? There's so much confusion going on, and we're all trying to search for the truth and knowledge of everything. That's where the word nerd comes in. So we're trying to search for real news, and is there a lot of fake news that could be talking about the Elon Musk rocket launch? Maybe that car they sent out into space was a hoax. That's what it's saying here. I think the ghosts are saying, they're confirming that the rocket launch was fake. Yeah, maybe it really did lift off, but maybe there was no car that went out into space. Maybe it's all just propaganda, man. They're trying to brainwash us, but we too smart for that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do two more. These EVPs are so fun. I'm telling you. Okay, we'll go ahead and do two more. That was a good one right there. Look, it always talks about what I'm saying for the day. It keeps confirming. These things keep really happening. I'm telling you, man, this is real, yo. This is real. Wow. Okay, so we got the words here. What does this phone say? It says, let's see here. Now it looks like every time I keep holding the phone up, it looks like my phone is scratched. Let's just see if I can get a view how it looks. It looks like my phone is broken, but it's really not. Let's see if I can do it again. You see that right there? It looks like the screen is cracked, but that's just a screen protector. So this one says, counselor, seeingness, vitualated, and colume. Now, counselor is what I am. I'm like a counselor. Seeingness, I see into the future. Vitualated, like victory, victory. The counselor sees into the future of the victory of the colume. Now, what is colume? Column. Atlantis columns in heaven. Oh my God, I'm telling you, yo, that right there, awesome stuff. So this one says, it says present your case. Matters happen calmly. Present your case. Matters happen calmly. So I am presenting my case of EVPs are real. Presenting my case of apparitions are going to appear soon and we can summon them. Presenting my case on how evil the world is and Jesus is returning. And basically, matters happen calmly. Present your case. Matters happen calmly. Everything will just flow, you know? Everything will just flow. Easy going. That's how it is. Let's not be angry. When we get angry, let us keep our anger down and just keep the cool, you know? So we'll go ahead and do one more, and then we'll end it on that note. So we got the words here. We got the words appointing, perpi, escape, becker, cropping, sunder, ratline, crepe. Now I think it could be saying appointing a purple escape, prince, purple rain. He said, and if the elevator tries to break you down, go crazy. He died in an elevator. The elevator is this world breaking us down. So we're just gonna go crazy on the devil, man. We're gonna, oh my God, we're gonna roll into heaven, baby. Yeah. So appointing purple escape. That could mean in connection with Prince. Justin Timberlake just recently did a tribute to Prince in the Super Bowl. So appointing purple escape. Becker cropping, or like better cropping. Sunder, surrender. The evil needs to surrender. Cropping, you know, that means a harvest. So a better harvest. And that evil people need to surrender. That's what sunder could mean. And ratline. Evil people are in their ratline. They're down in the dumps. And crepe. So basically, yeah. Crepe means maybe creeps. All evil people are creeps. So those are the words basically we got there. Isn't that something? So I always find meaning in these. And even though it may not make sense, you got to rhyme them to match what it's saying. Sometimes you may need to add a word or two to make it fit. And the last one, let's see here. I got the words here. Let's see here. Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball reveals. Let's see here. Share issues of others, explore fair chores. Wait, I forgot the word domestic. Share fair domestic issues with others, explore fair of chores or something like that. Now, what I think it means is share fair issues of domestic issues. Basically, like, okay, talk about not more stuff happening in the world. That's what domestic means all around the world, outside of the main. So domestic, share issues of the rest of the world, of explore of fair chores. Now, fair chores could mean jobs people do. It's bad. There's people that only make like $2 to $3, $4, $5 a day. So you really need to be humble and see that there's always people that have it worse. And so chores, there's people that do horrible jobs and don't get paid anything. So that's what I think it can mean. So we'll go ahead and end it there. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please tell everyone you know to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. God bless. Keep your eyes to the skies because the signs are coming. Jesus return in peace.